Why have you not thought about this? They told you that God is a spirit, and this spirit is omniscient. It knows everything, it sees everything, the end from the beginning from the end. Nothing is hidden from his eyes. He remembers everything and forgets nothing. But at the same time, they told you that this God has a book called the Book of Life, where he records everything, and that on the last day he's going to open this book and use it as a reference to judge all of humanity. What does an all-knowing God need a book for? Why is he taking down notes? A God who knows everything, who remembers everything? Why is he taking down notes for? Why is he keeping reference for? You should be able to stand in front of him and he should just see you and know everything that you did without having to refer to a book. Why does he need to take down notes? You and I need books because our memories fail us. We are humans. There are things that we can forget. We cannot know everything. So we need to write it down so that in case we don't remember, we can go back to the books and refer. But this is God we are talking about. Somebody who knows everything. So why is he taking down notes? Should this not tell you that all these things you are reading are just the imagination of a human being who is just writing down what his thoughts are? Because if it were really true that God is what they tell us he is, he wouldn't need to take down notes because he knows everything and he remembers everything. Okay, let's even agree that God has a book. You and I know that books were invented by human beings. They were created out of material things from trees, and they are produced in factories built by humans. Now, God is a spirit. Where did he get all these material things that he used to produce a book from? In which factories was this book produced? You should try to think sometimes. If God has a book, then he needs a pen. And if he needs a pen, then he needs to have ink. All these are things that are produced by human beings in human factories. They were all invented by humans for convenience sake, to facilitate our life here on earth. So the pen and the book that God is using, where did he get it from? Who produced it for him? In what factory was it made? This is why I keep telling you that when you think logically, you will come to the conclusion that whatever you are reading is the thought of a man who is telling you that it is the word of God. It cannot be so. It cannot be true, because if God is spirit, a spirit does not need a book. A spirit does not need a pen. I am telling you for a fact, if the Bible were to be written today, you would have found things like phones and cameras in the Bible.